Welcome in to Season 3, Race 1 of First Gear Racing's Gen 6 series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is the 2008 version of Atlanta we're racing at, not the current version, but this is what the drivers wanted to race. Everyone voted for this track. Here we are. I think it's going to put on a good show. We got 27 minutes left in practice. Drivers been out practicing around, getting fuel numbers, getting tire wear data. Just getting a feel for their cars. Got a lot of new paint schemes to look at today. We'll go through the practice field here in a little bit, show you what's going on. And you see the drivers' times at the top of the screen there. And of course, as we go live, nobody is on the track. There we go. Let's see. There's some action. There's Ivan Deschamps in the Yorktail Chevrolet Camaro, followed by Tommy Thompson and the purple Chevrolet Camaro. I'm not sure what he's got on the car this year. You see Tommy touch the wall there a little bit, working to get around Ivan. Drivers were telling me in practice earlier that dirty air is going to play a big part in this race. It's hard to pass. We're going to have tire wear is going to be a bigger factor than fuel. So we're going to look for the drivers to probably institute a three pit stop strategy. Pit 3 times during the race. Oh, the 48 car is slid around. He's going to save it. 92's making moves as well, you can see. That's James Malloy and the Exalta, Jeff Gordon-inspired Chevrolet. There's Trevor Benz in the 33 Universe Chevrolet. Most of the field is made up of Chevys. Got 2 Toyotas and 2 Fords. Everybody else is in a Chevrolet Camaro. Take a look at Robbie Rushing in the number 1. I believe that's Simpsons inspired. I did not ask him before I came on the air. Take a look at Theodore Franciscus in the Arizona T car. He said he designed that one himself. I really like that car. I like the simplicity of it. Take a look at Mark Ouellette, the only foreign driver in the field. He's from Canada. And the little reptile rescue car. He owns and runs that ranch himself. There's Andrew Groves in the 48 car. There is Kyle Heath in the Pit Boss Auburn car. He was very excited Auburn was leading their football game before he started practice. Take a look at Gary Flynn in the number 15 Bass Pro Shops Toyota. There you see Dustin Hardy from South Carolina. Just had a brand new baby born today, brought her home. Well, I assume it's a her. I didn't get the message there if it was or not. I know it's a new baby. I've been informed that Robbie Rushing's car is Futurama, not Simpsons. I could recognize the art. Did not know the show. Thank you there, Frisky Nixon. Don't be afraid to chat me up in the YouTube chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm humble. I can handle it. Take a look at the 32 car Ben Summerford. Ben's a little down today. Florida Gators beat Ole Miss Rebels. It's not good in Ben's house. Take a look at Travis Roberto. He's got the number 28 Delta Chevy. Home race for Delta, being based out of Atlanta. We have 20 cars entered. 17 have turned a lap. I think we'll have 18 for the race. The latest entrant, Noah Hamilton, joins. I see the Talladega Nights quote, Curtis. Welcome in. Take another look at Tommy Thompson. A lot of activity on pit road. There's Jason Haney with the Twin Peaks car. Noah Miller's got a FedEx Office Denny Hamlin inspired car. Trevor Benz sitting in the pits. See if there's any other cars in the pits we haven't shown you yet. There's Michael Moquin in the American Legion number 5 Chevrolet. There is George Buck. See if we can get a better look at that Haviland car that he's got. That picture's no good. Neither is that one. Make do with that one. Do have Noah Hamilton on the track. Tommy Thompson got loose. He's in a Michael McDowell. Well, it was Michael McDowell. It'll be Todd Gilliland next year. 34 Loves Ford. Old Atlanta was chosen because that's what the drivers wanted. We ran New Atlanta a couple of times, and it was a big wreck fest, a lot of cautions. Take a look at Joe Gibbons, Dale Jr. inspired, number 88 Chevrolet. Oh, Robbie's loose. We see him crashing just off the screen. Robbie was having a tough time with the car. He's been away from the league for a little bit. He's getting his feet wet back in it. There's Gary Flynn, newcomer to the league. Go to the man that's leading practice, Jason Haney. Take a lap around Atlanta and ride on the roll bar with him. You can see the 34's rear end moving around up in front of Jason. These cars are a handful according to the drivers. I think as we get into a longer run, the tires get worn out. Jason's getting passed by Trevor Benz on the outside. Oh, hang on to it. We're going for a ride through the infield. Locking up. Just hits the inside pit wall. Nobody said it was easy. Coming up on 15 minutes left of practice. Got a few guys out on the track. So we'll take the time to look at the weather for today's race. There's an 8-mile-an-hour wind. 83-degree temperature, ambient. 39% humidity. It's partly cloudy with 129-degree track temperature. So you see the drivers are lining up at the end of pit road. Drivers will probably do a practice start here. We call it a pit party in the group. Yep, there's about three-quarters of the field going out on the track now. So it looks like James Malloy was going to lead us off. Maybe Robbie has chosen to. We'll see how they sort themselves out. Here they come for their practice start. They'll try to maintain pace car speed and hit the restart zone like you would in a real start. And there we go. Trevor got a little loose there, spinning the tires. Three wide for third position. And they're wrecking already. The 19 car goes around. At least 4 or 5 cars involved in that one. That's why we do practice starts. See how the cars are going to handle on the start. Try to give everyone space. Noah getting a little loose. Trevor hanging on to it. Maybe they're going to line up for another pit party. That's what it appears. Everybody's at the end of pit road. Lots of activity at the end down there. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to line up and do another practice start. Todd Smith has appeared in the room. So we should have 19, 20, maybe 20 cars. We have 21 entered. Doesn't look like the 51 car of Joshua Osborne is in the room. And Joe Gibbons is pulling out. There he is. So yeah, we should have 20 cars be lined up ready for qualifying. Strong field here of entrants. And we're back underway. Todd Smith and Dustin Hardy lead them off. Michael Moquin in the 5. Noah Miller in the 11. Trevor Benz in the 33. And around goes the 15 car. Looks like just the 92 and the 15 were involved in that. 25 car seems to have gotten into the wall. Take a look at the blimp camera here. 5 car may have tagged the wall. He's the first car in line there. That gaggle of 6 cars. 5 sliding up the hill a little bit. He's going to lose 2 positions. He's going to allow Trevor Benz to pull up next to him. And the 5's loose. He's going through the infield. Hang on to it. Locks it down. T-boned by the 1 and the 80. He's going to T-bone the 1. The 48 has caught the grass. He may just be dropping off. Take a look and see what happened. Rear end come off loose on him, sent him toward the grass, but he held on to it. Got just over 5 minutes of practice left. Right on board with the winningest driver in First Gear's Gen 6 League, Kyle Heath. Chasing down Todd Smith in practice here. Just smooth inputs into the steering wheel from Kyle. Switch to our gyro camera. Gives you a sensation of what the banking's like here at Atlanta. Todd and Kyle are putting on a show here as I say that. Kyle gets into Todd, gets loose. Just grazes the outside wall. He's Going to lock it down. Go back to the pits. Todd's going to lock it down and head back to the pits as well. We're looking at Ivan Deschamps, the number 19 Chevrolet. We've just hit 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left to practice. Only got 2 cars on the track. And there they are, Ivan and Theodore. Ivan's placed 16th in practice so far. Theodore 17th. You can check the running order at the top of the screen. Look for your favorite driver. There's the 88 car of Joe Gibbons. He's pulled out on the pit road. And that will conclude practice. We're going to have 10 minutes of qualifying. Each driver is going to get 2 laps to put in their best time. I'll do my best to show the fastest drivers in qualifying. I can't show everyone because the drivers do take laps at the same time as others, but I'll try to keep a watch on the timing and scoring and see who's lighting up the screen and try to get them on camera for their fast laps. Got James Malloy coming out. James goes at the top of the charts, 31.95. Nope, that is the 15 car on top now. Gary's getting loose after turning a fast lap. Gary Flynn is the pole sitter at the moment. Trevor Benz is coming out on the track. Malloy has gone back to the top with a 31.88. So check out Trevor. Michael Moquin has taken the 5 car and slid into 4th place. Trevor's first lap is in the books. Second, and Kyle Heath goes to the pole. 1/10 of a second faster than Trevor. See if Kyle goes faster on his second lap. It does not improve. It was almost as fast as his first lap as he locks it up into turn 1. Right now, Joe Gibbons is the only car on the track at the moment. We'll follow along with him. We've had 11 cars put in time. We've had a late entrance to here. Corey Crandall has made it into the room in the number 35 car. Dustin Hardy, Todd Smith, and Corey Crandall are all turning laps. Todd's loose coming out of the pits. He's going to hit the outside wall with it and lock it down. Have to reset and start back. So we'll follow along with the 25 of Dustin Hardy. Dustin's going to cross the stripe. Only good for 11th, 32.7. So we're going to follow along with Noah Miller now. He was fast in practice. Corey Crandall has gone to 8th. Dustin Hardy has gone up to 6th position. He ran faster his second lap, as does Corey Crandall. We're watching Noah Miller, who goes to 2nd with a 31.8. Not good enough for pole. He's going to have to try again his second lap. A little loose out of turn 2 there. I don't think it's going to get the job done. Noah goes across the line. Todd Smith has gone third. So it's Kyle Heath, Noah Miller, Todd Smith, Trevor Benz, James Malloy, the top 5. We're going to check out Jason Haney. He had a fast hot rod in practice as well. Jason Haney, 4th fastest with a 31.82. Let's see if he can dig in a little harder on his second lap. Had a few guys go faster their second lap. Jason letting it slide up out of turn 4 all the way to the wall. He's going to cross the stripe. It was not faster, so that'll be 4th position at the moment. It appears Joshua O'Brien has made it into the race as well. Let's go to Andrew Groves, who's on the track. He is on his first lap as he comes out of turn 4. Up to 7th, 31.94 for Andrew Groves. We've had 17 cars turn a lap. We still have 5 cars that are entered that have not turned a lap. We have Joshua O'Brien on the track as well, but we're going to follow with Andrew Groves, see if he can improve on that 31.9 as he comes across the line. It is faster, 31.81. Puts him in 4th position. Sliding into the top 5 there. What a good run for Andrew. The 24 car has spun out. He's going to reset the pits and try again. And that is going to conclude qualifying. Kyle Heath will have the pole. Noah Miller will be 2nd. Todd Smith 3rd. Andrew Groves 4th. Jason Haney 5th. So we'll scroll the ticker across the top of the screen. Cars are on the start-finish straight, getting warmed up. We'll go to the blimp cam as everyone logs in, loads up into the room. And I just realized I need to turn an audio setting off. So we will do that. And Let's see. I need to turn the... we go. The field is going to do one pace lap. They're going to take the green flag. Field is lined up. Going to wait on the pace car to hit pit road. We're going to go green flag for 170 laps of racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Heath's going to lead him down. Noah Miller joining him on the front row. And we are green. Top three get a good start. Going through the dog leg into turn one. Todd Smith is all in the back of the 13 car, trying to push ahead of the 11. Come across the stripe. Kyle Heath's going to lead lap one, followed by Todd Smith, Noah Miller, and Andrew Groves. Todd Smith looking to power around the outside of the 13. Noah Miller's going to join him on the high side. Nine cars under a blanket here. Field trying to sort itself out. Noah Miller's taking the lead. Andrew Groves is looking around the high side of Noah Miller, but so is Todd Smith. Todd sliding, trying to look underneath the 48. They're going to power ahead. Field's a little spread out, past 12th position. All the action seems to be right here for third place. It's Kyle Heath in the 13, Noah Miller in the 11, Jason Haney in the 9. .48 cars pulled out to a 1 second lead over Todd Smith. Everyone jockeying for position while the tires are still fresh. 33 may have tagged the wall a little bit. Noah had to take evasive action. That 48 car is on rails. He's pulled away. 1.2 second lead over Todd Smith. The battle is back here for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. All 23 cars did make it into the race, take the green flag. 3 wide for fourth, fifth position. 92 just tagged the wall. He's loose. He's going to hang on to it, though. Good save from James Malloy in the number 92 Exalta car. He's going to stack some of the guys up behind him, though. Michael Moquin looking underneath Corey Crandell there. Guys sliding, making friends with the wall there. We're looking at the battle for 10th between the 5 and the 25. Sorry, the battle for 9th and 10th. See what's going on up at the front here. Miller trying to get back into the top 5 underneath Jason Haney. Try to get Trevor Benz while he's at it too. Kyle Heath making a move on Todd Smith for second position. Looking for the tires lasting between 42 to 43 laps. Go a little longer on a fuel run, 58 to 60. We'll see if we get any cautions that affect that. The way these guys are racing right now, they're going to have to pit the earliest as possible. Hard racing for 2nd through 6th here. Kyle Heath moved into 2nd. He's closed that lead down by 3/10 on Andrew Groves. See if he makes any progress on that. These guys seem to have sorted themselves out. As soon as I say that, Noah Miller's making a bid for 5th position. You can see the leader starting to come back into the screen there. Andrew Groves was up to a 1.5 second lead. Kyle Heath knocked it down a little bit. Noah Miller looks underneath Todd Smith for 4th position. Noah trying to make some moves as we're 17 laps in. Car looked half sideways. Oh, the 33 and the 66. I don't know if they made contact, but they were definitely loose. It's going to help Noah and Jason Haney get in the middle of that battle. And lead change. Something's happened to Andrew. He's lost 5 positions. He's fell back to 6th. You see James Malloy coming up on the 48. We'll take a look at the replay here and see what happened to Andrew. He's loose. Oh, the car just took off, went to the infield, bounced over the road course entrance, bounced off of the bump there. Lucky to save that car. That could have been a bigger mess than what it was. Andrews lost another position to the 48 or to the 92. He's got the 35. Corey Crandell working on him. Go back to the front. Saw Kyle Heath up to 0.7 of a second over Trevor Benz, who's got Noah Miller breathing down his neck for 2nd. Todd Smith and Jason Haney trying to work out who's going to have 4th. Right now it's Todd Smith. Noah just grazed the wall there trying to work around Trevor. Noah driving it down in there. He's going to take 2nd position from Trevor. Trevor not giving up, though. He's going to work back on the outside. Draw even with Noah Miller. There's Corey Crandall looking underneath Andrew Groves. That is for the 7th position. See, Dustin Hardy has had something happen to him. Let's take a look. Car snapped on him. Bounced over the grass. He's able to save it and hang on. Nice save and recovery there. That was a weird snap from that car. Definitely starting to get into the phase where the tires are starting to wear down. What the drivers told me correct, lap 43, we're about halfway through a tire run. Lap 24 of 170. Back to the front, still Kyle Heath leads. Followed by Trevor Benz, Noah Miller, Todd Smith, and Jason Haney. Almost a 2-second lead for Kyle Heath. Noah still working on Trevor Benz for 2nd. To battle for 6th position back here. Andrew Groves seems to have recovered. Just gotten back on the bumper of James Malloy. Pulled away just a hair from Corey Crandall there in 8th position. Scroll back and look at how some of the others have run it since we've got over 25 laps in now. There's Michael Moquin hanging on in 9th. Robbie Russian making his return to the series. He's moved into the 10th position. Up 6 from the start. Josh O'Brien working underneath Dustin Hardy. Tags a piece of the wall. Josh in that chromed out DuPont National Guard. That's a good looking car. Take a look at Travis Roberto. Lost 4 positions since the start. He's down in 13th. There's Gary Flynn in the 15, Bass Pro Shops Toyota. There's Ben Summerford in the 32. He's up 3 positions since the start. And Tommy Thompson has gained 4 positions, up to 16th. Looks like he just made a move around Mark Ouellette, marking the number 80. Take a look at George Buck in that 28 Haviland. Something has happened to Kyle Heath. No, he's back. Maybe he glitched for just a second. For a moment, he was running down my running order. I thought he had an incident, but there he is. 2.1 second lead over Trevor Benz. Sorry for the scare for fans of Kyle Heath. And we have a caution. The 24 car has crashed. Joshua O'Brien. We'll take a look at that while the field catches up to the pace car. Let's see what happened. Oh, he collided with Robbie Rushing. Looks like neither of them suffered too much damage. Josh was able to lock it down. And save it. So we've got drivers going on pit road now. We'll go back to live action. No, we do not have action on pit road yet. So Josh is going to go around. Get back to the 19th position. Noah Miller locks it up and decides to pit. That is a very early pit stop for Noah Miller. The drivers do have 3 sets of tires for this race. And we'll see if Noah puts on his first set or goes for fuel. We don't render into pit crews here on iRacing, but if you see the car go up on the jacks, no tires for Noah. So it looks like he's just topping the gas off. So Noah, the only front runner to take bow down pit road. Mark Ouellette. Joe Gibbons. The 45 car, I believe he was Lucky Dog. What time in the scoring sort out is going all over the place. Yes, that should have put the 45 back on the lead lap. So we did have Todd Smith make a pit stop. Robbie Rushing was in the pits, as was Tommy Thompson, and the 24 of Josh O'Brien. The 15 of Gary Flynn is in, as is Ben Summerford. So it looks like the field's going to line up. The lights have gone out on the pace car. That means this is the last caution lap until we take the green. Field's going to line up 2 by 2. See how these used tires go. 30 some odd laps into the race. Watch for some of the drivers to maybe spin the tires. Cause a checkup. Somebody could run into someone else. Gonna ride the blimp cam here. 13 gets a good launch. 48 seems to have spun the tires. He's got the 92 underneath him, as did the 5 further back as he exits the screen. The 35 and the 92 are colliding. Brown goes to 25, to 28. We've got a 5-6 car accident going on back here. And that's going to throw the caution back out. Not sure if Todd Smith got collected in that as well. It says he has crashed on my timing and scoring, so we'll have to take a look at that. He was a top 5 car before that. And Dustin Hardy's collected the 25 cars, got it back onto the apron. So we'll go back and take a look. See how this all started. So we're going to check out the 35 car and roll that footage. 35 come up into the 92. It's going to collect a 25, and then everybody else checks up and starts spinning. So it looks like Todd did get a little bit of damage back there. We'll take a look at that. Let's rewind that tape. Watch for the 28 car of Travis Roberto. He collected the wall and seemed to have some guys get into him. He did not have a good restart. Looks like Mark may have just tagged the rear bumper of the 28. And the number 1 car going head first into the wall. Big accident here on the restart. We'll go back to live pictures. So the top 6 did not pit, or have not pitted yet, while we were looking at those replays. That first car that pitted was Noah Miller. There he is in 7th position. Mark Olette in the 80. Joe Gibbons in the 9 car. So we do have Todd Smith in the pits now. Must have suffered a little bit of damage. And Todd's away. All right, we're coming back to green flag action here. Another good start from Kyle Heath, textbook restart. Got Jason Haney and Trevor Benz trying to decide who's going to have second coming out of turn 2. They've sorted single file. A lot of action behind Mark Olette there in the 80 car. Dustin Hardy making moves on the inside back there. Oh, we got a wreck. 28 and the 15 of Gary Flynn have gotten together. That is going to bring out the caution flag again. We did so good for the first 30 laps of the race. 3 straight cautions in the last 10 laps. We do have the 92 car who's going to take a bid for pit road, followed by the 15 and the 45. You see both of them on your screen in the 28 car. We're going to go back and see if we can find out what happened. Oh, there we go. That will be a good view. Looks like the 28 and 15 were jockeying for position. Two guys trying to share the same piece of real estate, and they both end up in the wall. Go back to live pictures. Those guys have finished up their work on pit road. Gary Flynn still getting some of that damage repaired. Number 15 Bass Pro Toyota. Todd Smith was moving up and down on my timing and scoring. He is in 15th. I thought he had went down pit road for a minute, but that does not appear to be the case. So there you can see the top 7 cars. Kyle Heath, Trevor Benz, Jason Haney, Andrew Groves, Michael Moquin, Josh O'Brien, Corey Crandall, Mark Ouellette, Noah Miller. It's top 9. You can just see Tommy Thompson coming into frame in the 7 car. So there's your top 10. Tommy's moved up 10 positions since the start of the race. Josh O'Brien, 13 positions since the start of the race. Top 5 cars still have not pitted. They're on the same set of tires. Since we have started the race, they may be trying to get a fuel run out of this, and the 3 straight cautions have helped that. Starting lap 43 here. Fuel run was 58 to 60 laps. If they've been taking care of their tires, we should see a fuel run out of this, I think. Field forming up again as they enter turn 1. We'll go back to the blimp cam for this restart. Seems to catch all the restart action the best versus the trackside cameras. Got at least 13 cars in the camera here. James Malloy pitted at lap 41 under the caution, as did the 45, 28. The 1 and the 15. So we'll see how they fare. Field is going to come out of turn 4. Pace car goes to the left down pit road. And we are back under green. Kyle Heath with another textbook restart. I'm sorry the blimp cam is behind the grandstands. Trevor Benz got a run on Jason Haney. He's going to take second. We've got a 3-wide battle between the 24, 35, and 11 for 6th. Josh tried to get down there, but it's not going to work out. Kyle Heath leads that lap. 5 car slid up the hill. He's going to get passed by the 25. 25 looking underneath Andrew Groves. 25 cars on the move. Meanwhile, Corey Crandell has worked his way up to the 3rd position. And Josh O'Brien cuts low. Looking underneath Corey Crandell, making a bid for 3rd position. Corey looking high around Trevor Benz. Trevor's going to close him off. Josh is making a bid for the lead on Kyle Heath. He's going to motor around the outside, take it. Josh O'Brien, half a second lead as he crosses the start-finish line. Dustin Hardy is looking underneath the 13. Maybe his tires playing an effect here. A lot of these guys have pitted. Corey Crandell, he's working around Kyle Heath. Joe Gibbons pitted at lap 31. So fresher tires are the thing to have right now. Theodore Franciscus has moved into 7th, along with James Malloy in 6th. So the top 5 that have not pitted before that caution are going to play the long game here. There's your battle for the lead, 24-25 in that order. Josh O'Brien, Dustin Hardy. 0.2 of a second separate them. See how this battle sorts out. .25 looking underneath the 24. Not yet. He's closed the gap to 1/10 of a second though. Looks like James Malloy and Corey Crandell are battling for 3rd. But we're going to focus on this lead battle. Coming across stripe, Dustin led that lap. Josh is going to come back underneath. This is the racing we like here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Pull a crossover move. Take a position back if someone takes it from you. Side-by-side action coming out of turn number 4. Almost a dead heat. Give that lap to Dustin Hardy. Still side-by-side as they go down the backstretch. It's dead even between them. They barrel off down into turn 3. Still side by side. Great racing from these two. Both are keeping it clean, giving each other space. Josh on the bottom, Dustin on top. This side by side is allowing the field to catch back up. James Malloy, Corey Crandall, and Joe Gibbons. Josh backs out of it, lets Dustin have it. That field is closing in quick. Josh is going to pull up. 25 got loose coming through the dog leg there. Almost clipping the grass. Here comes Malloy. In the 92. They are there. We have a 5-car party for the lead. James Malloy, Josh O'Brien for second. Dustin Hardy leads. It's Corey Crandell in fourth. Robbie rushing in the 1 car. Barely see him at the top of the screen, wiggling. We're going to keep our eye on this top 4 battle here. Oh, the 35. Not sure if the 20, what happened to the 24 there? Joe Gibbons moves around him, but James Malloy is making a bid for the lead. We're having a side-by-side battle again. This time the 92 of James Malloy and the 25 of Dustin Hardy. Malloy's going to pull up and take the lead. Comes across stripe, lap 58, give it to James Malloy. Dustin looking back inside. He's going to motor ahead. Corey Crandell's going to put his bid in for the lead, looking in third back there. Top 3 under a blanket, less than 1/10 of a second. Oh, the 25 got loose coming out of 2. That might cost him third. Josh O'Brien looking around the outside. It did. These guys are driving the wheels off these cars. Just watching James and Corey here. Corey looks to the outside. James taking the middle of the track. Corey's going to follow step right behind him. Do have a lap car coming up. I did not catch who it was. Oh, he's gone to the apron. That is the 19 of Ivan Deschamps. There he enters your screen on the apron. Not sure if he had an incident. Maybe his tires are done. Top 3 nose to tail under a blanket here. Corey looking underneath James. Josh collects the wall. Just got caught up in the dirty air between those two. Corey's going to take the lead from James. But James is going to look back. Falls in line behind the 35. Keep an eye on that 24, see if he's got any damage or struggles. I think he hit the wall too hard there. But it could have been just enough to bend the toe. Make it a nuisance to handle. Sliding again. We've had Dustin Hardy. He is in the grass. I think the car is still loose. Hang on to it. Lock it down. I think he's just drove the wheels off the car, literally. Went from running in 4th to now 11th. We have Todd Smith has entered the pit lane. See if he takes tires here. Again, iRacing does not render the pit crew, so we'll see if the car goes up on jacks. Yes, it does. So Todd Smith is making the tire change here on lap 68. Go back to the battle for the lead. Top 3 are still there. That brush with the wall does not seem to have affected Josh O'Brien. He's still hanging with the leaders here. So we'll go back and look to see where the drivers that have not pitted yet. That is Kyle Heath. There he is in 7th. Followed almost 2.5 seconds back is Jason Haney. Trevor Benz. Andrew Groves, who is not pitted as well. See Dustin and Ivan making a move underneath him. Andrew is in 11th, and the 25 is loose again and hops. He is on the pits. He's spinning. He's into the pit wall. Rough past couple of laps for Dustin. He's going to light it up, get it back under control, and it might be time for a pit stop. And that might do it for the 25 car. He's towed to pits. That's why the car jumped on the screen there. So we'll go back for the lead. Corey Crandall, James Malloy have pulled away from the 24 of Josh O'Brien. There's Travis Roberto. He is in 4th. And 5th, Robbie Rushing. We got Mark Olette making a pit stop. And that number 80. And as Mark is pitting, we've had Kyle Heath enter the pit lane on lap 73. And the guys that have not pitted yet are all pitting. There's Jason Haney, Trevor Benz, Andrew Groves, all four coming down the pit road. George Buck, you see exiting the pit road behind Andrew, getting service. So we'll see how it fares for these 5 guys, counting Todd Smith, who pitted a little earlier. Kyle Heath is down and away. There goes Jason Haney. Let's see who comes out between Trevor and Andrew. Trevor is still on the pits. Wonder if Trevor is getting some damage fixed. He's been there a long time. He's still there. That pit stop time is just ticking away. Just going to drop Trevor back a little bit further. Not sure what's going on there. Steadily falling down the running order. He's 18th now, winning the pits in 12th. Meanwhile, back up front, Corey Crandell. Just under half a second to Josh O'Brien, who's gotten around James Malloy. So with that rash of green flag pit stops, try to sort out the running order here. You got Corey Crandall, Josh O'Brien, and James Malloy still the top 3. Travis Roberto in 4th. There's your 5th place car, Robbie Russian, as he takes a dive to the apron. He's loose. Oh, almost collected the 45. Robbie driving the wheels off of that number 1 Futurama car. He's going to hang on to it, though. He's up 11 positions from where he qualified. I'll look back for Joe Gibbons there in the 88. Tommy Thompson has moved into the 7th position. There's Gary Flynn in the number 15 Bass Pro car. He's in 8th. 9th is Kyle Heath. Cuts underneath the 45. 3 seconds back from Kyle Heath is Jason Haney. Noah Miller. Todd Smith. And Ben Summerford. Trevor did manage to get going, so I'm going to assume he was fixing or repairing damage to that 33 Chevrolet. Go back to our leader there as Trevor gets a lap back. Corey last pitted at lap 35. Josh O'Brien, lap 31. James Malloy at lap 41, along with Travis Roberto. So they should have 40 laps on their tires. And we know the 13-9 went to lap 73, along with the 48 car. Just have to see how this shakes out. Those 4 guys that pitted, 5 if you count Trevor, they're going to need long green flag runs for that to work out for them. They do not need any cautions. They are 1 lap down. Kyle's moving up for the battle that is between Travis and James. He's going to look in the middle. James is going to let him go. Kyle's going to work the outside of Travis. Kyle Heath looking to get his lap back the old-fashioned way by doing it on the racetrack. He doesn't need the lucky dog. He's got just a 24 car in front of him to get to the 35. He's going to have to pass them. You see Jason Haney as well. Jason Haney and Kyle Heath both on the same strategy, separated by a little under 2 seconds, 1.8 to be exact. We'll pull up a track map in the top right-hand corner so you can see where your favorite driver is running on the racetrack. Got Robbie Rushing on the pits making a stop. 45 car has decided to make a stop. We have all kind of varying pit strategies going on here we're going to have to keep track of. Jason Haney looks underneath Corey Crandall. He and Kyle Heath are back on the lead lap. So looks like things are going to shake out in their favor if this continues to go green. George Buck gets his lap back. .45 car is exiting pit lane. Robbie Rushing, he's got scrapes on the side of that car, so he's probably been into the wall. Long ongoing pit stop for Robbie. He's been there for almost 2 minutes, 2.5. But there is your race leader, the number 35 car of Corey Crandall. Josh O'Brien has fallen 2 seconds back from him. At 7/10 back behind Josh for Travis Roberto. James Malloy in 4th. Almost 5 seconds behind the leader. Something happened to the 45 car. He's back on the apron. He's merged back onto the track. He's got no traffic around him. Not sure if he got loose. I don't have any notifications on my timing and scoring that he had an incident. So I'm going to assume he got loose and went on the apron. Back to live action. Your leader, Corey Crandall. Josh O'Brien is coming under fire from Travis Roberto for second. Robbie Rushing is out. He must have had enough damage that it did his car in. And it Looks like the 24 car is pitting. We'll follow along on his pit stop. Locking up. Not yet at his pit stall. Or did he miss his pit stall? I believe that's what happened. He's gone and rolled through the pits. That is going to hurt him tremendously. And he's loose coming out of the pits. He's going to smack the inside wall. Oh, my goodness. Tough break for the 24 car. He was running in the top 5. Missed his pit stall. Gets loose coming out of the pits and slides on the apron. Smacks the inside wall. That's probably going to take him out of the running at the moment. It's going to be a long road to recovery for that. He's going to stay on the apron in 3 and 4. See the 48 and the 92 working around him on the banking. Oh my goodness. Don't speed this time. Sure, he's beating himself up about missing his pit stall that time. I saw him lock the brakes up. There it is. Yes, he did. That's exactly what happened the last lap. So that'll be 4 tires for the 24, but so much time lost with that missed pit. Yep, that has dropped him back to 14th position. Meanwhile, back out front, 35 car, Corey Crandell. 2.3 second lead over Travis Roberto. James Malloy 8 seconds back of the leader. Meanwhile, Kyle Heath is 16 seconds back from James Malloy. So their pit strategy of stopping at lap 73 seems to be paying off as we go longer into this green flag run here. Kyle Heath working underneath Tommy Thompson in the 7 car. Kyle's going to fall back in line. Tommy Thompson running in 17th position. Appears to be 4 laps down. 3 laps down. Yes, 3 laps. Josh O'Brien motoring around the outside of Kyle Heath. He's 2 laps down after that pit fiasco. But he's got fresh tires. He's going to try to make the most of them here. He's looking around the outside of Tommy Thompson. Motoring around these guys. Fresh tires at a premium. And Josh O'Brien has just turned the fastest lap of the race with a 31.72. He is driving mad after that pit incident. Noah Miller looking to get back on the lead lap. He is the 6th place car. So we see Corey coming to the stripe. Where is Todd Smith? Right there, not too far back behind Noah. So Todd Smith is going to look to get his lap back here as well. So Corey's got about 3/4 of a track lead on the 13 car, who's the highest of that lap 73 pit team. Noah Miller has gotten back on the lead lap, passing the 35 of Corey Crandall. Noah slides coming out of turn 2. He's sliding back up the track. Manhandling that number 11 FedEx off his Toyota. James Malloy is pitted from the 5th position, as has Travis Roberto. So we'll look on your track map there for the 13 car and the 35. We're going to got to be getting close to pit time for the 35 car. Got a 4-lap advantage over the 92 car as far as pit times. So that should drop him down. James is going to come out at the moment in 11th. It's going to put him 2 laps down, I believe. Maybe a lap and a half. Travis is exiting the pits. Todd Smith getting his lap back the old-fashioned way, working underneath the leader, Corey Crandall. There we've got the pit strategy length. Corey Crandall is going to owe us a pit stop here pretty soon. Let's see if he can stretch it as far as Kyle and Jason did. Kyle is 20 seconds back of Corey Crandall. And Jason is nipping at the heels of Kyle. So while you see Corey there on the back stretch, going into turn 3, these guys are entering turn 1. You see Kyle, Jason. Noah Miller is 11 seconds back of Jason in 4th. And Todd Smith is not far behind Noah, 1.3 seconds back. And Andrew Groves is just about a second there. He's looking to get his lap back from Corey. And Corey is entering the pits. So mark it down, lap 105 for Corey Crandall. Follow along his stop there. Kyle Heath's going to take the lead. Jason's going to move into second. Watch Corey's pit stop. The 11 is going to come by. Corey just passed by Todd Smith. The next car we are looking for is the 028 of Travis Roberto, the Delta Camaro. As long as Corey can keep it on track. Don't exit the apron too early. Mark that blue cone. There's the blue cone. That's where you're supposed to merge back onto the track after a pit stop. And he's going to be ahead of Travis Roberto. So Corey is 24 seconds back of Kyle Heath. He went 70 laps on that stint. The longest we had was Jason and Kyle going to lap 72. And if they go to lap 72 again, they are halfway through a stint. So we see them in 30 laps or so. That should put them right at the end of the race after that pit stop. Let's see how that shakes out, of course, barring any cautions. Got 9 cars still on the lead lap. There's your leader now, Kyle Heath. A little under, right around a second, 1.1 second back. Jason Haney in second position. 11 seconds behind Jason. It's Noah Miller riding through turn 3 and 4. Todd Smith is 4th. Andrew Groves 5th. There's our opposite strategy man, Corey Crandall. If Corey can make 70 laps work, he may not have to pit again. It's going to be a tall order to get 65 in without a caution. So we're going to start at the back of the field and work our way to the front. That is the last car running on the track, 19 car and 19th. That is Ivan Deschamps. He is 5 laps down in 19th. Been a tough race for Ivan. And there's Tommy Thompson running in 18th, who just came off of the pits. Theodore Franciscus running his first gear racing race with us. Had a rough go of it. In the 17th position. And that good look. Oh, and I say that, and he's having a loose car coming out of turn 2. Hangs on to it. We're watching it live, folks. There's Ben Summerford in the 16th position. Number 32 Ford Mustang. There's Michael Moquin, the number 5 car. He just passed George Buck, who has entered the pits. He's getting 4 fresh tires. And the 13th position, there's Trevor Benz. He still has not recovered from that long 2-minute pit stop back at lap 70. He was running neck and neck with Kyle Heath and Jason Haney when that happened. I'm assuming he fixed damage. There's Josh O'Brien. He missed his pit stall and had to come back into the pits. In between the pits, the 2 pit stop trips, he spun and hit the inside wall. See some damage on the left front corner there. You see the scrape marks right around the 24 in the Goodyear on the front end. There's another FGR newcomer, Gary Flynn. He's in the 11th position. He's a lap down. And cracking the top 10, the number 80, our Canadian friend, Mark Ouellette. He's a lap down as well. He is the first car in position for a lucky dog if we get a caution. Joe Gibbons in 9th. That 88 Amp Energy orange car. Good looking machine. There's James Malloy in 8th. Travis Roberto in 7th. The Delta Chevrolet. Andrew Groves in 6th. 15 seconds behind the leader. Todd Smith is in front of him in the 5th position. Todd looking to run down this man, Noah Miller, who's entering turn number 1. And there is Corey Crandell. He has run back down. Jason Haney, who's 3 seconds back. Kyle Heath. So that is your field running order. We are on lap 119. As we come to the strike, it'll be 119. Complete out of 170. It's going to give us 50 laps to go. Kyle Heath looking underneath Trevor Benz there. Had Gary Flynn enter the pits. He's gotten 4 fresh tires with 50 laps to go. Check out our spectator cameras around the racetrack. Just looking down the backstretch, entering turn 3. Try to give you a view of what it's like if you were there with our sim friends in turn 3 and 4. They are at the Petty Grandstand. We're overlooking the Earnhardt Grandstands. Kyle Heath barreling off into turn number 1. 170 miles an hour. Had Noah Miller enter the pits. So he's going to try to get fresh tires with less than 50 laps to go. See if he can make a run at this thing. That is an interesting stop for Noah. Try a little different strategy. This race does seem to have a green flag look to it. He can get on the fresh tires and get some fast laps in. See if he can run down. Jason Haney is pitting as well. And I realize I've been standing here commentating to myself. Thank you, Frisky Nixon. So we've got Kyle Heath navigating Joe Gibbons. Going into turn number 1. So there's Kyle Heath, the leader. Corey Crandell in second. They're on opposite pit strategies. Travis Roberto in third. James Malloy in fourth. Jason Haney in fifth. Jason Haney driving right up on the back bumper of that 13 car, looking to get his lap back. So Jason pitted on lap 123. Trying to make fresh tires work for him and run down Kyle Heath. He's just gotten his lap back, so he's 32 seconds adrift of Kyle Heath. And Kyle's entering the pit road on lap 132. Eight laps longer than Jason Haney and Noah Miller. Corey Crandell has reassumed the lead. He last pitted at lap 105. 27 laps into his stint. Kyle Heath has exited the pits. 4 tires and fuel for him. Jason pitting early has gotten around him now. Going to look for Noah Miller. See how far back he is on Kyle. There's Kyle exiting the pits. Noah's going to try to run Kyle down before he gets some tires up to temperature. Kyle Heath is now pulling away from Noah. Kyle Heath is going to get a lap back going around Corey. Corey lets him go. 35 laps to go in this race. I heard a ping, and it sounded like Andrew Groves has gone off the track. We got a replay. We're going to see what happened. I could hear it happen in my headphones. Yep, just tagged the wall, did a little hop in the grass, back on the track. No harm, no foul there from Andrew. There's your leader, Corey Crandell. Noah Miller looking to get his lap back. 5 cars on the lead lap. And Joe Gibbons looking to get his lap back too. Noah having a hard time getting around the leader. Joe Gibbons in the 88 is pitted. There he is on pit road. Looks like he's getting 4 tires and fuel. Back to our leader. Noah Miller still trying to work around him. Corey's loose. Noah goes around the outside. The 5 car goes inside. Dangerous position there for the 35. And the 11 still couldn't make it stick. And Andrew has caught the 11. That is 4 position. 6th is the position they're chasing. Noah has it. Andrew wants it. Noah still struggling to get around Corey. Looking high. Still looking high. Andrew's going to stick it on the bottom. But can he get around the 35 car? They come up on the lap traffic. James Malloy's in the pits while we watch this battle for 6th. Andrew struggling to get by the 35 now. Looking underneath. The 11 caught the wall there on the outside a little bit. That's easy to do. Commentator's done that a couple of times himself when he's raced here. Both 48 and 11 struggling to get by the race leader, trying to get their lap back and battle for now the 5th position. Andrew looking, and he got loose. Goes to the apron. Nothing yet. Saves it. Noah Miller still trying to work around Corey Crandall. Here comes Todd Smith into the mix for the 5th. All of this behind the race leader. Noah pushing him down the backstretch. All 3 struggling here. There goes to 66, Todd Smith. He tried on the inside. None of them can get around to 35 of Corey Crandall. Todd looking underneath. He might be able to make it work. Noah Miller on the outside. Corey's going to close Noah off. The 48's going to get a run and push to 66 and get in line. 66 still hasn't made it work. He does. He gets around to 35, but the 48 and 11 are still struggling to get by that 35 car to get their lap back. .48 is around him, and Noah Miller still struggling to get by that 35 car. Noah's lost 2 positions. He was up to 5th. But Todd and Andrew have managed to get around to 35, and the 11 has not. Meanwhile, Travis Roberto in the 28 locking him up. Was in 2nd position. He's going to enter pit road. Right side tires go on. Left side tires are going on. It's going to be a 4-tire pit stop for Travis. Ease down and away. Meanwhile, the struggle still continues for Noah Miller. Trevor Benz comes up. He's going to put it underneath Noah Miller, looking underneath the 35. And away he goes. Kyle Heath has managed to get around Jason Haney. Jason pitting 8 laps earlier than Kyle. He'd managed to get around him, but Kyle's taken the position back. There's Jason, a little under 2 seconds behind. Todd Smith, 15 seconds back of that battle as he exits turn 4 onto the dogleg. Trevor Benz making quick work of Andrew. And Noah Miller still behind that 35 car. Corey's got a 13-second lead on Kyle Heath. That 13-second lead is pretty stable. It's going to be close if Corey can make it. 13-second lead is now 12.8 for Kyle Heath. Corey goes across the stripe, and there's Kyle entering turn 3. So we're going to see if Kyle can run Corey down here. Corey's got 46 laps on that run. I said Noah Miller was struggling to get around the 35. He might be trying to push the 35 and draft with him. There's plenty of others have managed to get around Corey after that battle. Jason Haney in third. The 45 car enters the pits. Take a look at 4th place Todd Smith. He's got a 1.5-second advantage with the 48 car of Andrew Gross. There's Noah Miller in step with the 35 of Corey. They're going to come across the stripe. 17 laps to go. Gap to the 13 car, 11.2. Ivan getting out of the way. He was close to the wall. I don't think he got it. .50-lap run for Corey Crandall. Josh O'Brien has entered the pits after that last pits mishap. He'd worked his way back up to 9th, but he owes us a pit stop. The way it's going to shuffle out, he's going to lose some more positions. Meanwhile, back up front, there's Corey Crandall. Kyle Heath, 9.1 seconds back. He's closing slowly but surely on that 35 car. 5 seconds back, it's Jason Haney. Todd Smith in the 66. 30-second gap to Corey Crandall. Fifth place, Andrew Groves. Sixth place, Noah Miller, still in lockstep with that 35. There is seventh place, Travis Roberto. Eighth place, James Malloy. Ninth place, Gary Flynn, making his first start here at FGR. And Mark hanging on in 10th position. He's got George Buck coming for him, though. George is 3 seconds back in that 28 car. Try to keep our eye on that battle for 10th if it gets any closer. Meanwhile, that gap for the lead, it is 8 seconds as Corey crosses the line ahead of Kyle Heath. Kyle Heath just crossed the start-finish line. Ten laps to go. Corey stretched this run to 55 laps. 11 pushing him down the backstretch. Corey comes across the stripe. 9 laps to go. The gap is 6.8. Kyle cut a good chunk of the lead out that lap. This duo comes out of turn 4, across the stripe, 6.2. Kyle didn't gain as much as he did the last lap, but he's still gaining. There's Kyle Heath. Go to the roll bar camera. Kyle can barely see MSA Gunner in turn 1. Kyle goes across the stripe. Gap is 5.7 seconds. There's the in-car Corey. The gap is 4.6 seconds. Still don't see Kyle Heath in the same frame. Kyle is running out of time. They come across the stripe. 4 laps to go. The gap is 4.0 seconds for Kyle. He is running out of time if he's going to get this win. Three laps to go. The gap is 3.5 seconds. Still not enough. Can Corey hang on for 3 more laps? Corey got the wall. He's loose. He's across the grass. 2 laps to go. Kyle Heath closing in fast. Gap is 2.5, 2.4. It's going down quick. Kyle seems to have his hands full with the 028 car of Travis Roberto. There's Kyle working underneath the 028. He's closed the gap. But that is white flag. Gap's 1.9 seconds. I don't think Kyle's going to catch him unless they have a mishap here or Corey runs out of gas. He's gone 64 laps this stint. Noah Miller's going to get his lap back. Corey's coming out of turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Corey Crandall wins the opening race of the season for the Gen 6 Series at Atlanta. Whale of a run there. Made pit strategy work. Was able to stretch that fuel. Stretch the tires. Kyle gives a shot to the 28 going down the backstretch. 28's going to end up in the wall. Jason Haney 3rd. Todd Smith 4th. Andrew Groves 5th. Noah Miller comes across the line for 7th. James Malloy ends up 8th. Gary Flynn 9th. Mark Ouellette, the Canadian, top 10. Good job, Mark. We'll go get the Discord. Pull some of these guys in the waiting room here to talk to us. All right. Going to bring in the 3rd place man, Jason Haney. Jason, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
It was a long, hard race, a lot of green flag running. You pitted before Kyle Heath. It just didn't work out for you. What do you got to say about it?
No, I knew the strategy was most likely not going to work out in my favor with him, unless we had a caution at the right time and him and I both had equal sets. I could stay with him. So that he stayed out longer, was able to have better tires here at the end. I knew he was going to fly by. I figured he was the car to try to catch Corey if Corey was trying to stretch it. And he almost got there, but heck of a race, man. That was fun, and run up in the top 5 most of the race, and to come home third, I am ecstatic about that.
Yeah, it was a good race. It was a hard-fought race. A lot of action behind you.
Yeah, there's a, excuse me, it started off a little rough, but after we got through the cautions and got into some green flag racing, then strategy comes into play, and that's really the part that I love about this series and the chance for longer runs and the clean racing and everything, so we can put out strategy and see how it works. And not pitting in any of those cautions was hard to do, but it wasn't within the window that I had thought would be the right time to do that. So I'm glad it was able to still work out and get a good finish and good point stay to start the season. So I'm ecstatic about that. Trying to defend this championship again and battle with Kyle and Corey and Todd and Andrew, all these other guys, and to try to be there, to have it go well enough to have a good finish. I'm perfectly fine with that. It was a great race.
Yes, sir. Yes, it was. Strategy just didn't work out, but third place, better than everybody else.
Yes, sir, and that's good enough for me. I was, like I said, I was a top 5 car most of the race. I was trying to manage my tires early on in the race and take care of the car, just make sure I didn't put myself in a bad spot. After everything stretched out and I got to really, the track kind of came to, got some more rubber down, and these cars actually got better on the longer run with the older tires with less fuel, and it was really fun to drive. This track really put on a heck of a show. I'm glad we came here. Can't wait to come back here
Yes.
for the challenge and the entertainment that this brings. It's a really fun track, and I like it a lot better than the new Super Speedway for sure. So
I have to agree. The first 30 laps were probably some of the best racing I've ever seen from FGR. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of jockeying for position. Wish that could have lasted
a lot
the
of
whole
good
race,
battles.
but
right,
this
there
was
was
still
a lot
fun.
of good battles. A lot of back and forth. A lot of the car get a run here, and then you get a run, and it was really where you could get power down early on, and so that corner exit speed, that drive off, obviously you want to try to get it as smooth as you can, but if you're fighting for position, you push a little hard, you wear that right rear a little bit more, but nonetheless, I mean, that made it fun for these battles. Nobody just checked out and was gone. And the only reason why this field got separated is off of 2 different pit strategies. And Corey staying out and making it to the finish line and immediately running out of fuel, well done by him. That was awesome for him to get a win, and well done, because he pitted on lap 106. So what is that?
He went
64 laps.
He went 66 laps according to the pit strategy on.
Yeah, so that's a heck of a drive, because when I came out of the pits after my stop, I had 63.8 is what a full tank was for me with how I was running the fuel.
Yep.
So it was close, but I'm glad I didn't have to try to do that, because that's hard to do. And props to him for making it happen. So I always like to be the one chasing down. I don't want to have to worry about fuel so much as I just want to make sure I can drive it as hard as I can. And I did, to try to gap Kyle before he pitted, and then when he came out 6.5 behind me, I was like, that's not enough, I'll see him soon. And sure enough, here he came, and I had nothing for him. So that was good racing, though. That was a blast.
Yes, very interesting start to finish. I can leave you in here with me, we can bring in Kyle, or I can kick you out. It's up to you.
Go ahead and kick me out, man. Do your interviews. Have a good time with it.
All righty. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Going to bring in second place finisher Kyle Heath here. Kyle, do you have a copy?
Unfortunately, yes, I do right now. I'm trying to watch the Auburn game.
Gotcha. I can. I'll let you go back to the waiting room, because we do want to talk to you. Are you good?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If I hoop and holler, just don't mind me.
Understandable. Had a strong run there at the end. It just came about a second and a half short. I saw you had some trouble with the 28. Was he roughing you up a little bit?
Yeah, I showed him my little displeasure at the end of that race. There wasn't no sense in racing me like he did. He wasn't going to gain nothing. He wasn't going to lose nothing. He should have left me the hell alone.
Yep.
That kind of it pissed me off.
I saw you give him a shot in the backstretch after that. So I was wondering if that had happened. We were focusing on Corey while all that was going on, so we wasn't sure.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're good. It's live. Well, congratulations on second. I'll let you go enjoy your game. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
You're good. Thank you, sir. We're going to bring in the winner of the race, Corey Crandell. Corey, do you have a copy?
I've got you.
Way to go making it work, man. I didn't think you could make it 66 laps on fuel, but you did. That was awesome.
Yeah, a little luck came in play, but, I had fun. And
yes, you made it work.
I can't believe I finally got a win here. So
yeah, that was awesome. You had us on the edge of our seats. We weren't sure if you were going to make it on fuel or not. I understand you ran out going into turn 2 on the cool-down lap.
Yeah, actually, as soon as I crossed the line, it started to sputter.
Oh, man.
So
nip and tug. Good job. Good strategy. I didn't know how it was going to shake out. I was trying to keep the viewers informed. We had our pitch strategy and on the screen here, trying to keep it up there for everybody. And then the commentator apparently went to sleep for mid part of the race. Somebody yelled at me in chat if I was doing laundry. I realized I was muted, so I think I came back on with like 30 laps to go. So we caught it all, though. Good race.
yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
It was a lot of fun. I just didn't push. I didn't push it all night. I just kind of did what the car would give me, and it's hard to pass for me. Anytime I tried to pass, I'd get loose.
Yes.
So,
a lot of people were getting loose. You were one of the few that managed to hang on. We had people getting loose coming out of turn 2, out of turn 4. A lot of guys took a trip through the grass coming out of turn 4. So you're one of the few to hang on. I'm not sure what the incident count was like. I can pull my timing and scoring back up. Oh, it seems to have messed up. I can't tell the incident count now.
Yeah, I had 5.
Okay.
After on that first, or I guess the first restart we had.
That's right.
Got a little jumbled up in the front.
Yes, it did.
4,
yeah,
and then I did touch the grass a little bit for the other point.
Yeah, so at one point, I think it was 2 or 3 laps to go, you'd caught the grass, and I thought Kyle had a chance to catch you, but apparently he got into it with the 028 car, held him up a little bit.
Yeah, Noah helped me about the last 25 laps or so. He just kept pushing me. And
I thought he was struggling to get around you at first. Then I realized, I was like, oh, we went and looked at something else and come back. I was like, he's still here. He must be helping him. He's pushing.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I was like, just pass me, just go. I don't want you behind me, but I mean, it helped apparently.
Yeah, because he was up
Kyle
in.
was catching me.
Yep.
About 6/10 a lap, a little over 6/10 a lap, and I knew it was going to be close.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations. I believe that's your first Gen 6 win as well, so kudos to that, too. Well, I'll send you back to General. Thank you, sir, for coming here talking to us. Congrats on the win. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. Good job,
No problem. Thank you. All righty, folks. Throw up the results, if I can find them on my screen here. No, we're not. There we go. So finishing first was Corey Crandell, 1.5 seconds ahead of Kyle Heath, followed up by Jason Haney, Todd Smith, Andrew Groves rounding out the top 5. Noah Miller in 6th, Travis Roberto 7th. That is James Malloy in 8th. The number 9 car, in 9th position, the 15 car of Gary Flynn. Mark Ouellette, the Canadian, in 10th position. Josh O'Brien, never recovered from that botched pit stop ordeal, finished 11th. George Buck came home in 12th. Michael Moquin 13th. Trevor Benz 14th. Ben Summerford 15th. Joe Gibbons 16th. Theodore Francisca 17th. And Tommy Thompson 18th. 5 laps down. We scroll to the bottom. Ivan Deschamps 19th. Robbie Rushing 10th. 88 laps down. Tough race back for Robbie. Dustin Hardy crashed out. 103 laps down. And Josh Osborne did not take the green flag, neither did Noah Hamilton. So that is the finishing order here for Week 1, Gen 6 at Atlanta Motor Speedway for First Gear Racing here on the First Gear Network. That will do it for us. We will see you not next Saturday. We're taking Thanksgiving off. We'll be back December 7th for Race 2. We will have some action. I need to look at the schedule. I don't believe. Let's see. Give me just a second. I'll tell you when we're coming back. We will be here for IndyCar action Monday night at Iowa Speedway on the 25th of November. And then we will return on December the 4th for GT3 action Wednesday night at Sonoma Raceway. And the Gen 6 next race will be at Richmond on December the 7th. So join us for one of these great FGR races, either IndyCars, GT3s, or NASCAR. And we will see you soon. Stay happy and healthy, folks.